Hi, my name is David Jacobi, and I am the playwright of Phamaly's production of Alice in Wonderland. You know, I'll fully admit the pro wrestling was what got me into theater, I guess. I remember watching it on TV and seeing the live audience reaction, and I was getting mad alongside them. And then to find out eventually that it was fake, usually crushes people, but I loved it even more. I found it really fascinating. And then, you know, eventually down the line around college, I was just like, I started seriously looking into theater, and it wasn't until years later that I started watching wrestling again. And I'm like, oh yeah, now I see the connection of what draws me to both of them is the same thing, this connective tissue between the audience and the performer, and live spectacle. I wasn't familiar with that many plays. I saw A Christmas Carol and bad Shakespeare, and that was it for me. And then, but in college, when I had a really great professor who would just take us to shows all the time, I got to see how great it could be. I don't mind writing adaptations. I think the first things I ever wrote, I think, were adaptations of stuff, and I forget which writer said it. He said, we all start out doing fan fiction. The thing I really love about Alice in Wonderland, and I've never read the book until doing this project. The thing I really love about it is that it unfurls and it presents itself almost as a dream. It's a gift given to one girl in particular. It's a book starring her. I used to self-produce, and as a self-producer, I got to learn how to like write while at the same time like writing for specific spaces, specific audiences, specific needs. And that was a gift because I got to learn how to write, to kind of write without thinking of things as limitations. Reagan is both so kind and also so willing to tell you when something's on her mind, and willing to tell you exactly what isn't working, or she lays it straight and she doesn't pull punches. And while at the same time, she's really letting me do this the way she's letting me just like write with abandon. And she really is giving all the artists in the room a lot of space to work. And I think that is just like the greatest gift we have as far as like this year-long process. The one thing the draft has been missing so far is the cast. And now that we have an extra almost year to work on it, I now have the opportunity to write even more for the individual actor. I think it would be worth it, and I think it's a worthwhile venture to just kind of like play to their strengths, play to their senses of humor, and really kind of honor what they want to bring to the table and make it work. I think they're really fantastic, and I'm so honored that like we both kind of did art at each other, and there's a lot of things in common. That feels like a slam dunk already, and we're not even done we're not even done tweaking the script or the songs. You know, it's not going to be like a super heavy message, but I think a takeaway I would want is for people, I think I want people to think about the stress and the anxieties we sometimes project onto younger generations. Kids are growing up in a really tumultuous time, and we ask a lot of them to just exist as it is.